right now at 7.
A new, more contagious strain of coronavirus enters California, and tonight a new lengthy prediction about when things will finally be normal again.
You're going to get some bumps in the roads and some hiccups.
A lot of anxiety about going back into the classroom, which one has to clearly acknowledge, not just for our teachers, but also for our parents.
What's behind the state's pricey new plan to get kids back into the classroom?
Showers moving through the Bay Area tonight won't amount to much, but as we head outside and have a look, the stage is set for more rain moving into the Bay Area in the first weekend of 2021. Details coming up.
And it is a heartbreaking freak accident late this afternoon leaves a Bay Area girl dead. What she was climbing on moments before the crash. Good evening. I'm Juliette Goodrich.
And I'm Ken Bastida. Right now on the KPIX 5 News at 7, streaming on CBS and Bay Area. A new mutant COVID strain from the UK has now reached California. It was detected for the first time in San Diego County. And as reporter Jeff Nguyen tells us, health experts say this new variant is more contagious.
Just an hour or so ago, we were informed that this new variant, this new strain that we've identified, obviously from the United Kingdom, some other parts of the globe, identified in Colorado yesterday, has been identified here in the state of California, in Southern California.
This afternoon, Governor Newsom announced the mutant strain of the coronavirus that was sweeping the United Kingdom has made its way to our shores. The news was delivered during a video chat with Dr. Anthony Fauci, the country's top infectious disease expert.
I don't think that the Californians should feel that this is something odd. This is something that's expected.
This new variant has also traveled to Colorado, where at least one case has been detected. Dr. Fauci says it's highly transmittable because it's able to bind to the receptors of cells better. But researchers in Britain have found it doesn't appear to be any stronger or any deadlier than the common version.
It doesn't seem to evade the protection that's afforded by the antibodies that are induced by vaccines.
Dr. Fauci says we've also learned from the UK that people who are infected don't seem to get reinfected.
The overwhelming majority of mutations are irrelevant. They don't have any impact on any important function of the virus.
This afternoon, LA County's public health director was asked about the governor's announcement.
As of right now, we didn't find this variant in the first set of samples. As a reminder, whether or not the variant is present or not present here in the county doesn't change the need for all of us to use the strategies that we have available right now to limit exposure and spread of the virus.
We've learned the person who tested positive for the mutant strain is a man in his 30s from San Diego County. Contact tracing is being done, and one person in his household is being tested after showing symptoms. Jeff Nguyen, KPIX 5.
Dr. Fauci said a little earlier the countrywide vaccine program is going to see some hiccups and bumps in the road, as you heard. He believes that much of the public will be able to get vaccinated in 3 to 4 months in his estimation, but he also believes that it will take much longer for it to be safe enough for everything to open back up and for things to return to normal.
I believe that if we do the kind of vaccines through April, May, June, July, that by the time we get to the early fall, we will have enough good herd immunity to be able to really get back to some strong semblance of normality.
Taking a live look at the state capitol, Governor Newsom also releasing new coronavirus numbers. More than 20,000 people are hospitalized right now, and that number is up more than 34% in just 2 weeks. Nearly 31,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. And tonight, new data from the CDC shows transmission from student to student inside classroom is, quote, not common. Because of that, the governor announced a $2 billion plan to get kids back to school. The money would help pay for safety measures like regular testing of students and teachers.
We want to improve our efforts to get everybody moving in a similar direction to be back on track across the spectrum by early spring of 2021. 21.
40,000 students have been attending school there for the last several months this fall, 5,000 teachers, almost no cases of transmission.
Under the plan, elementary school students and students with disabilities would start around mid-February. Parents would still have the option to keep their children in distance learning.
And now to San Jose, where tonight police are investigating a bizarre tragedy that left a girl dead at a car dealership. This happened this afternoon on Monterey Highway, not far from the East Capitol Expressway. Police say a driver was unloading a truck from a large truck car carrier. They say the girl jumped onto the trailer and was somehow struck by one of the trucks. The girl's name not released. The driver is cooperating with the investigation.
On to weather now. Check out the sunset from earlier. Now, this is a Pacifica Pier looking toward Maury Point, and you can actually see the clouds. They're building out there as we get ready for some changes.
Yeah, we're going to check in with Brian right now. A lot of anticipation every time one of these storms comes on in. And
well, as we pointed out earlier, to call it a storm is overdoing it just about that much. But there are showers around the Bay Area tonight. But I will tell you this, that we get a series of showers moving into the Bay Area a couple of nights ago, tonight, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and then finally we just knock a hole into the storm entryway over California, so that by Monday and Tuesday of next week, then we're going to be talking about rain totals in inches instead of hundreds of inches. But as for tonight, that's the guy that's creating a few showers overnight, which is all it'll amount to. On the high-def Doppler, there's a few heavier cells out there, but not much. Over the immediate Bay Area, it's just some light showers tonight. It'll be gone by tomorrow. So we're expecting showers, chilly overnight, a few hundredths of an inch. Lows will be in the 40s. Tomorrow, totally different. Sunny, breezy, nice, last day of 2020. It'll be dry New Year's Eve, but then changes ahead. So we'll document those when we cover the forecast in just a few minutes, Ken.
All right, Brian, thank you for that.
Yep.
And a reminder, you can download our KPIX5 app to get these updated forecasts and all of our breaking news alerts. Let's talk about vaccines. So far, California has administered more than 300,000 doses of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. This week, the state expects to receive its next allotment. About 230,000 doses from Moderna, 300,000 more coming from Pfizer. California is expecting about 2.2 million doses of both vaccines in the initial round of distribution. Residents and staff at a Walnut Creek Senior Living Facility got their first doses of the Pfizer vaccine a little earlier today. This place is called Viamonte. It is one of the first Northern California retirement communities to offer it. Healthcare experts say that people in these types of facilities can have severe complications from COVID-19. People we talked to today tell us the vaccine gives them hope going into the new year.
Very hopeful about 2021. Most importantly, being able to hug family and friends and socialize with them once again.
Up next, the coronavirus death hitting Capitol Hill tonight, the congressman-elect who lost his battle.
Plus, the state of the city address in San Jose, what the mayor says the city will be dealing with long after the pandemic.
And the first snow survey of the season, why the numbers might actually surprise you.
Today's survey is actually a little bit higher than what we've been seeing.
On the eve of its first bowl game in 5 years, how did San Jose State football Spartan up? Well, the only way you can these days, from the Arizona desert.
Ball State, San Jose State, bam! Aha! That's what's going to happen.
A huge game just a couple days away for San Jose State football.
Vern Glenn joins us now. Vern, we're talking about the Spartans, my son Jack's alma mater. I know he's excited. And this is lining up really nice to cap off a perfect season for them.
Couple days, it's in the morning. And at Ball State, David Letteren's alma mater stands in the way of the Spartans polishing off an unbeaten 8-0 season for the first time since 1939. And by the way, we looked it up. You could rent a house for $28 a month back then. Now, in a normal year, a rally eve of the Arizona Bowl would be over the top. Bonfires, huge crowds, but instead, in today's world, this. Yeah, zoom, zoom. Yeah, the team assembled in a ballroom at their hotel in Tucson. Head coach Brent Brennan addressed virtual Spartan Nation and then stepped aside for these big-time connections.
We are so excited for tomorrow, but most importantly, we're thrilled to see the prominence of the university raised nationally by all your great efforts.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm fired up. Hey, it makes me want to throw on that helmet in the background and get after it myself.
Here's San Jose State. You see, Sparty? Here's Ball State. Ball State, San Jose State. Bam! Aha! That's what's going to happen. Hit the drum twice. Go, Spartans. Here we go. Go, Spartans. Go, Spartans.
Love Crazy George. He's the creator of The Wave. Now, coverage of the game starts right here on KPIX 5 tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Spartans favored by as much as 10.5 points, and I think collectively one of the best sports stories of the year. I think we can all, as a Bay Area, get together and Spartan up. 11 a.m. tomorrow.
There you go. I'll be glued to the tube watching that game tomorrow at 11 a.m. right here on KPIX 5. Thanks, Fern.
That's right. On to weather now, and the first snow survey of the season was not as bad as you would think. The snowpack is at 93% of average for this time of year at Phillips Station along Highway 50 near Tahoe.
Today's survey is actually a little bit higher than what we've been seeing based off of our automated snow sensor network, which is made up of about 130 different sensors scattered statewide. And the fall of 2020 has been extremely dry, especially in the Sierra Nevadas, with one of the 15 driest October-November periods on record.
Wow. Brian Hackney alongside. Phillips Station, of course, was on the Pony Express route.
Is that right?
It was a station for the Pony Express, and they still measure snow there. How do we account for that? Kind of lousy storms down here, but more snow in the Sierra.
It's an aberration. Okay. It's a mystery to me. If you look at the statewide average, it's about half average. So good for them, but overall, it's not so good. In terms of the rain for us, it's not so good. Not yet anyway, but things are going to be changing as we have a look over the city right now. We've got clouds that are hanging over the skyline. And the numbers are in the 40s and 50s right now, with rain being reported, really showers over much of the Bay. Reporting stations, high-def Doppler, you can see that it's widely scattered. Now, basically, it's just shredding over the South Bay. Widely scattered rainfall that's happening at this hour. It'll be out of here, as you'll see on the Futurecast in a minute. The rain will end early tomorrow morning, leave us with a sunny day. Then here comes another one. The next chance, late Friday. Again, another fairly weak system will be moving into the Bay Area. But eventually, these systems will get stronger and stronger as we get into the weekend. Futurecast shows that by almost 1 in the morning, we get another little round as the front moves through and then moves out. Look at how Thursday becomes severely clear for much of the day. But watch the upper left-hand corner of your screen, and there comes the next one for Friday. So tomorrow looks great. Sunny, last day of 2020 is looking all right. Santa Rosa from here, from this point, through tomorrow morning, about 4/100 of an inch, in San Jose 800. So maybe 1/10 of an inch of rain out of this. And you would imagine not much snow in the mountains, and there's not. In terms of the surf, it's up. We've got a high surf advisory posted through 3 in the morning on Friday. So light rain tonight. Tomorrow's brilliantly sunny. And then for the first day of 2020, for the first decade, the first day of the decade, actually, on Friday, we get rain chances coming in late on Friday. Looks even wetter on Monday. Overnight lows tonight. Santa Rosa about 39 degrees, 41 at Fairfield and 43 in San Jose. High temperatures for tomorrow. We're looking at mid to upper 50s and a lot of sunshine around, but enjoy it because after tomorrow, we're going to increase clouds and keep them in place for about a week at least. So tomorrow's the last really sunny day. 60 in Pleasant Hill. Up in the North Bay, looking nice. 61 degrees in Petaluma and 62 in Novato. And then finally for Ukiah, we're at 56 degrees. For tomorrow night's New Year's Eve around midnight, we'll be in the mid-40s under mostly clear skies. And in the extended forecast, Late Friday, a few showers, lingering into a few showers on Saturday. Sunday, late in the day, again a few showers. And then Monday looks like a more robust system moving in for the Bay Area. So in terms of rainfall, things are looking up. And so is Juliet with the latest. Hey, Jules.
Thanks, Brian. Here is a look at your top headlines. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow has died from the coronavirus. He was supposed to be sworn in on Sunday. The 41-year-old underwent treatment earlier this month. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children. On Capitol Hill tonight, the Senate Majority Leader is pushing a new bill that combines $2,000 stimulus checks with 2 of the president's unrelated priorities. The creation of a commission to study election fraud and the repeal of Section 230, which shields social media companies from lawsuits. Senate Democrats were blocked from bringing up a standalone bill yesterday that would have increased the payments.
The Senate is not going to split apart the 3 issues that President Trump linked together just because Democrats are afraid to address 2 of them.
What we're seeing right now is Leader McConnell trying to kill the checks, the $2,000 checks desperately needed by so many American families, by tying them completely to partisan provisions.
And tonight, the UK just approved use of a new vaccine from Oxford University and the company AstraZeneca. The shot is said to be up to 90% effective, and it is also cheaper to produce and easier to transport and store than the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Now, the AstraZeneca vaccine could be rolled out as early as Monday in the UK, but it still needs FDA approval here in the United States.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you, Juliet. Coming up next, the issues are piling up for San Jose, but the mayor says there is hope. More from his State of the City address. Plus, the pop-up testing underway in one hard-hit Bay Area county, how you can get tested for free tomorrow. And then later, something really big just pulled into the Port of Oakland. In fact, it's the biggest ever of its kind.
They're so large that they had to be disassembled at the port of origin to get underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, the Bay Bridge.
Let's take a live look at San Jose tonight. Mayor Sam Liccardo delivering his 2020 State of the Speech address, State of the City. Earlier, he called the city resilient after dealing with challenges like civil unrest, the pandemic, and several others.
Well, after this pandemic has passed, we will continue grappling with the chronic crises of affordable housing, homelessness, climate change, and a widening economic divide. Our ability to innovate and adapt today, however, gives us hope, not merely for a return to a new normal, but for a better normal.
As for pandemic relief, Mayor Liccardo said that he is pushing for the state to extend its eviction moratorium, and he's hoping for more relief for local communities from Washington, D.C.
Santa Clara County is offering pop-up COVID-19 testing at new locations in San Jose and also Gilroy. This morning, we saw people rushing to get tested at the County Public Health Department hub on Story Road in San Jose. Testing was also available at Emmanuel Baptist Church on White Road and will be there again tomorrow for free.
Coming up next, it is one of the biggest special deliveries the Bay Area has ever seen. Oh, these monster container cranes, pretty hard to miss out on the Bay today. They are the biggest that we have ever seen here in the Bay Area, and they arrived all the way from China. The crew had to lower the booms on them, disassemble them to get them under the Golden Gate and Bay Bridges. A freight company will be using them at the Port of Oakland to handle the largest container ships in the world. The Port of Oakland says the new shipping cranes are great news for the local economy.
They're so large that they had to be disassembled at the port of origin to get underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, the Bay Bridge.
With the pandemic, we've seen a shift to e-commerce, and that's meant more goods actually moving by ocean carrier on these big ships.
Yeah, those new cranes will remain anchored in the bay a bit before docking next Monday. The price tag on the monster cranes, $30 million.
Monster cranes they are. We want to thank you for watching. The news continues streaming on CBS and Bay Area.
And we'll be back here at 11 o'clock. More local news for you. Until then, have a good night.